Yes, yes. Welcome everybody to the film room. We are live here at downtown and Southtown 101 at Pub Sports Radio Studios coming at you. Of course, it is the dynamic duo once again, Texas Drew and Jay Steele. We're going to bring you everything where we tackle the sports and we edit the film. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. This past Friday, The Tax Collector came out. And boy, just Jay Steele, come on. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it?
No, I have not seen it yet.
What the?
Yeah, I know. I know.
No. Okay. Now, this is not like you. So, what's the reason?
Well, I know it's on demand. We got a lot of options.
Okay.
But while I was looking up how to watch the movie and which option I was going to go with, I saw that they're actually playing it at the Embassy Theater.
Really? So
yes,
it's in
theaters. It's in theaters. So I'm saving that movie for tomorrow.
Okay.
Give me some tickets, and I'm gonna enjoy a nice Friday night at the movies, watching The Tax Collector.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I like it. Okay, I can see why you hold off. All right, theater. You wanted the theater experience, and you said you wanted to watch that movie in theaters. So
yes, I did.
So,
but I'm also gonna mention that I've been seeing a lot of buzz about it. I've seen a lot of mixed reactions.
I've been seeing that too, especially on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
it gave it 20%. Okay, I saw it. My opinion on it. I mean, it is something that I like to describe. I told this to Amanda, and of course, the girls are not here. They're doing the mom thing. So, what I told her was that this movie felt like to me like one of those old school Latin gangster movies, like American Me, like Blood In, Blood Out. That's what it felt like to me.
Okay.
So that's my little take on it, because I'm not gonna give you anything at all. I'm not gonna give you all shit. Since he hasn't seen it, I can't give you.
No, give us something. I don't mind. I don't mind. I've seen the previews. I got the gist of what goes down. I'm still gonna watch it.
I just think the performance that Shia puts on is good. It's on point. It's not overdone. It's not overdue. It's not like he's trying hard. No, it's like on point. Literally, like you freaking feel for Creeper, which is his name in the movie. Creeper is his name. So, and it's just throughout the movie what they do. Of course, with the gist of it, because of the trailer, he's like the collector, he goes to gangs and stuff like that. It kind of has a good little twist on it, to tell you the truth. With this movie, it has a good little twist. So once you watch, you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? Damn, that just like straight up, dude.
Okay.
Like it's one of those type of movies. It's one of those type of movies. But like I said, for me, it brought me back to American Me, to Blood In, Blood Out, to those type of old Latin gangster movies. So
good to hear.
So yeah, I'm stoked. I mean, I can't wait.
So it was more of that style than what's his name, David Ayers, like normally does. I mean, Training Day,
like it's shot
End
of Watch.
Okay,
it's shot like, and I mean it's in LA. It's shot like End of Watch, and I even told good point, but bringing up that, by the way, with End of Watch, because I even told Amanda this, like it had that End of Watch feeling, but it's not with the cops, and the cops in that movie were trying to be the gangsters and stuff like that. In this one, you're like in the shit and what goes down, and who are they working for to run this type of, I guess, hood business or whatever. And Shia does what he does in the movie, and it just that twist that you see, that you did not see coming, was just like, whoa. So
definitely looking forward to it.
So yes, yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy it.
I'll give my review next week.
Nice.
Tune in.
Nice. But another thing on Shia that I've been kind of digging into, and we have some MCU news when it comes to him. Supposedly, Marvel is looking at him for a role.
And it all this has started because of this movie, The Tax Collector.
Mm-hmm.
The Tax Collector is his first, I guess, footstep back into Hollywood.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
mainstream
well,
Hollywood.
yeah, mainstream Hollywood, but also with
Blockbusters and-
Honey Boy, and what's the other one that he did? That was at the Oscars this past year that got great reviews on it. That was supposed to be nominated for an Oscar, but I forgot what it was. It was with some little boy.
Eagle something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I know. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but yes, this one kind of brought him back to, like Jay Steele said, to the mainstream on the mainstream radar, I should say. And
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't hear myself.
I can hear you just
okay.
fine.
All right.
You can hear him. Okay, right, guys?
Like I can hear you, but like I can't hear myself. I don't know. It's weird. Never mind.
Anyway,
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia. So the character that they're looking at him, I thought it was for be something. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, when the news broke,
bigger.
I thought it would be a bigger role. No, I literally did. I opened up the article, read it, and I was like, interesting.
Really? So
yeah.
like, I mean, if you're trying to get him on to play this character, I mean, I thought it was like Wolverine status type.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I even thought maybe Cyclops
or that. Yeah. But when they said Iceman, I was like, that's an interesting scenario. If you're gonna have him as Iceman and what he did on the Tax Collector, what he does, because Jason hasn't seen yet, going for that role, Iceman must have I guess a pretty big part when it comes to the X-Men in the MCU.
Yeah, yeah. So when I first read it, I was like, really? Like Iceman? That's not one of the main guys. I mean, he's a supporting character that's part of X-Men. Everybody knows who he is, but he's not the guy or one of the guys. He's not, part of the like main team. When you think about him, you got Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, even Gambit. And then you got the girls, but Iceman like kind of comes in later if you're into the animated series or the comics. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, hey, you know what? It's MCU. Maybe they don't want to follow the path of the original X-Men movies, and they want to change it up. And maybe they do want to give these other characters like bigger roles, like they did with Guardians, like they did with Captain Marvel. With all these unknown characters. Yeah, all these new phases. Like maybe they want to build their own X-Men team, X-Men franchise, and maybe make Iceman the guy, Shia the guy. Who knows? Or maybe he's gonna be an awesome supporting role, like he is in Tax Collector.
Yeah.
Like he's in all these other movies. Yeah. Even in Honey Boy, I mean, he played his father, but that was a supporting role. The kid was the star in that one. The kid. So
Josh Padilla chimed in on the Tax Collector saying it was legit. So there's another one saying it's legit. That it's worth it.
And really, the reviews have been like 50-50. Like back.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, especially when I saw Rotten Tomato giving the 20%, dude, I was like, come on, really? And reading some of the reviews, always trying too hard, or it's not Shia's way, or some shit like that. I'm just like, whatever, dude. It's an actor. Let it go. Like he did I think he did a badass job. I mean, that Friday, people were watching it and posting it, and people were already starting to freaking just put it out on Facebook. Say, hey, watch the fucking movie. But like, it's really good. It's really legit. And then going back to the MCU as Iceman, like Jay Steele was saying, Disney's probably putting their own twist on it, making him Iceman one of the probably main characters. Probably already in the X-Men like team already, or in the school or something. But that's gonna be interesting to see. And I think if they can get him, dude, that script must be like the ideas that they're giving him, because I'm pretty sure there ain't no script out there yet for the X-Men. We just know that they're coming. We know that they're coming. We know Fantastic Four is coming. We probably had a little glimpse of him in Spider-Man Far From Home when he flew through the atrium. That was the old Avengers Tower. Yeah. So that can be the new Baxter Building. So I mean, they're all there. They've been in the MCU. We just don't know where. So, and having Shia already being a part of it and try to sign him on without any big names. I mean, he's a big name, but I mean, it's something, dude. And not only that, Ari Gold actually posted something about he might be coming back to Transformers.
Yeah, that they're gonna kind of want to revamp the Transformers franchise. I think the last two didn't do as well as they wanted, and now that Shia's
probably pretty much climbing back up again,
showing that he's interested in these blockbuster movies again. People are looking at him. He's, an amazing actor. So
yeah.
And it looks like he's taking care of a lot of his outside issues. He got those worked out. He's seems to be very level-headed now, and now he's stepping back into the spotlight. And yeah, Trent, the rumor is not only MCU, but they want to revamp the Transformers series and bring him back.
Bring him back. I mean, cool. I wonder what they're gonna do. I think Michael Bay should just stay out of this.
Yeah.
Like, you've already done. He should have stopped when he did 3.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to do 4 and 5. But anyways, that was what he wanted to do, and he did that. But bringing back Shia could probably help. I think it could help the franchise a lot, especially on the streak that he's been for the past 3 films that he's done. So, hey, more power to them. Staying with the superhero side, finally, we got to see a little bit of Snyder Cut and how Steppenwolf should have really fucking looked.
The more they release about this movie, I mean,
I'm with him. I'm with him.
It's like, what were they even thinking? When I mean, it's just crazy.
It looks totally different.
Yeah.
Like, if had not seen the pictures, and then trust me, this thing's been out for a good 5 days already, almost a whole week. So, I mean, Steppenwolf looks legit like a freaking supervillain, straight up. Like,
you see the edginess in it.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. Like, you see him with some edge, like with some fucking just by looking at him. Oh fuck, he's gonna tear some shit up. Like, had that not Thanos type of way, but it's there. It's almost there. And just by the little picture that they just showed us, and it's like a little fuzzy or whatever, but it kind of gives you a little glimpse of what he looked like.
We're getting closer to DC fandom. Shit.
That's gonna be
in like 5 days or something, or 5-7 days, something like the next week.
27. I think it's the 27, something like that. But
we're getting closer.
The list that they have for fandom, dude. I mean, it's almost like fucking Marvel fucking status up there.
And you could only imagine that they're gonna drop some more.
They're gonna drop something. I think they're gonna drop
maybe some footage.
I think they're gonna drop some, maybe a little bit of trailer or something of
like teaser,
the Snyder Cut.
Because I mean, it's already coming out next year.
We're gonna get some Black Adam. I think we're gonna get some Black Adam because The Rock's supposed to be there. We're gonna get a trailer of the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's film, I think. So I'm ready for that, dude. I can't wait for it.
I want to see a little bit of Snyder Cut too. I mean, why not? Why not?
See what you already got. Are you already? I didn't even think they have.
I mean, yeah, it's 50% done. They can show us a little something.
I mean, shit. You saw what the render was of fucking Steppenwolf, and for those who are DC fans and are people who actually watch the DC universe, let us know what you think on the comments of the Steppenwolf picture. You think he's legit? You think he's badass? Or do you like the way he was when they brought him out, which was pussy? Like, yeah, I'm just saying. But I just can't, like Jay Steele said, the Snyder Cut, I'm more and more that they bring out, I'm ready for it, because we finally get to see what we wanted to see. None of this studio bullshit of creative differences and whatnot. We get to see what the director really wanted to put out. And thank you to HBO Max, who are pretty much buying up the DC rights, dude.
Yes, they're making moves. They're making moves. They're pretty much saying, DC, if you can't do it right,
and that's the Warner Brothers.
Give us the reins, and we'll help you out.
Like, for real. I mean, they already got Doom Patrol already on there. Supposedly, the new Titan series is going to be on there. The animated series is going on there. Harley Quinn's animated series is going to HBO Max. Like, they're making moves, dude. They're seeing the money in it.
And they want to do something with Michael Keaton. We know that. They don't.
They want him, bring him back.
If he's going to be in some type of series that has to do with Batman. We'll
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, we'll all find out when I guess the Flash, when see the Flash, and then I mean, their HBO is talking to Michael Keaton, and they might do their own, like the MCU, these shows tie into the movies.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be the thing now.
Like Shield did. Shield just premiered yesterday.
Finale.
The finale, yeah. And they even mentioned the quantum realm, so they're mixed in. I mean, Coulson's still alive, and the Avengers still don't know that he's fucking still alive. So I mean, come on. But yeah, I'm super stoked and super excited every more and more that they come out with it. But yeah, I'm ready for it. But you know, Throwback Thursday, we always try to do a little bit throwback when it comes to the film room, and throwing it back to my childhood, Jay Steele's childhood. Josie wasn't even born yet when this TV series came out. They're bringing back the X-Men animated series, or at least trying to talk and reviving this series and putting it on Disney Plus. And I'm hoping that they keep it the way it was in the 90s with a little bit of 2020 flair.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I actually went back and I've watched about
20, it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. I watched about 20 episodes. I even went back. I've actually, before that, finished the whole Spider-Man.
This animated series?
The animated series. I finished the whole one. I'm working on X-Men right now. But yeah, man, you forget how good it was. And what was one of my favorite things about the X-Men animated series, if you weren't into comics, I mean, it was pretty much spot on what was going on in the comics that they made the animated series.
Yes, it really was spot on, and especially when it came to the 90s comic books and how they had everything. Wolverine was badass, Gambit and him and his Nolans accent. Hey, what's up, mon ami? You know, oh dude, it was just awesome. And let's see here. We got a new comment here. Ochoa says Top Gun Maverick, the best movie to come out.
Well, coming out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Coming out. Opinion on that? Have you seen any of the trailers to that?
Yeah, I've seen the trailers. It looks good.
You think so?
Yeah.
I wonder how that fucker is still flying a damn jet.
I mean, based on the trailers, it doesn't look like he ever stopped.
I know, right? Power to the danger zone. There's like we talked about on the show, and especially in the past, how all these old franchises of the 80s are coming back and making their sequels.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill and Ted sequel number 3, prequel on that one. We're getting, of course, Top Gun as a sequel to from an 80s. We're getting Coming to America 2 was also from the 80s. Like it's just crazy, and the actors have the money to do it. So I do miss Gargoyles too. Also, as well, just let you know on Gargoyles, DZ, just let you know, dude, movie is possibly coming down the pipeline.
Yeah,
when it comes to Disney.
Isn't Jordan Peele like in talks with trying to make it happen?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little passion project of his. Dude, he wants to do like either a live action,
straight up, like the cartoon
of Gargoyles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it can work. It can work, and especially how he's been on a run with the past movies that he's written, with Get Out, with Us.
Yeah, he's been kind of getting
the Twilight series,
like
the Twilight Zone
like,
series.
Pretty much anything he wants to do. All these
ever
studios
since he
are like
that Oscar. Ever since he has that Oscar,
like, you know what? You go for it.
Hell yeah.
He hasn't had a bust yet. So
hell yeah, dude. I mean, why? Like I say, once you got that golden statue, man, people are gonna be calling you, and you know what? Go ahead and do it. So if Disney or whoever, I mean, Disney owns the rights to Gargoyles because they were Fox, so they bought it. And if they bring it back, dude, that's gonna be bank, especially for us or our age. We want to be like, oh fuck, hell yeah, we're gonna want to go see that.
Yeah,
and why not? So yeah, so Gargoyles is coming down the pipeline. 80s did rule, yes, good decade. I was born in 85, so yes. Here's a question I want to ask you guys, also to you too, Josie. I did a little post. I don't know. I think Jay still did comment on it too as well. You know how we used to do those bands or the movies, if you can only pick one or pick two? This is going to be with, should I say, abilities. So choose a mask you wear. You can gain the abilities of the character, and who would you wear? Okay. So number 1 is the Green Ranger, and everybody who's watching right now live, you want to go ahead and chime in on the comments, you most certainly can. Number 1 is the Green Ranger. Number 2 is the Mask. Jim Carrey's The Mask. Number 3 is Iron Man. 4 is Black Panther. 5 is Jason. 6 is the Dark Knight. 7 is Magneto. 8 is the Mandalorian. And 9 is Wolverine. So, Josie, what would you pick? All right, Josie says he's going to think about it real quick, and he will give us the answer. Jay Steele, I think I already know where he's going with this one.
My pick is Wolverine.
Yep. Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah. I would say Wolverine too, but I kind of want to go with the mask, dude. Even though you can only wear him at night.
You almost forget how much the mask could do in the movie.
I know, like he ate a bomb, bro.
Anything he wanted.
Yeah, and
but
create whatever.
I would still go Wolverine.
I would too. Yeah, I guess I'll go Wolverine too, but I just don't want to be the mask for a day, you know? But yeah, I'll go Wolverine too because the mask you can only wear at night.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine, adamantium, healing factor, whatever.
Live pretty much for
yeah,
ever. I mean, he
could survive a nuke.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm with number 9. Anybody else want to chime in? Cho, how about you, bro? You just chime in on this.
Z pick 9, D pick Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why? Not that many people have been picking number 6 when I posted this. A lot of people, when I did this, were torn between 1 and 7. Some people picked Magneto. Let's see here. One person picked the Dark Knight. James Pledger from ESPN picked Iron Man. Let's see here. Amanda Rogan picked the Green Ranger because she wanted to be a Power Ranger, so she got that one. We have one for the mask. I mean, it's pretty much random.
Little mix,
yeah.
Except for Jason.
Jason. Nobody has never picked
and Black
Jason.
Panther.
And Black Panther. Oh no, I take that back. Somebody did pick Black Panther. Actually, it wasn't on the post, but I asked this to my my sister, and she actually said Black Panther. And I was like, okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind being Black Panther either because, I mean, he's smart. Vibranium at your disposal. Not to mention he's almost superhuman because of the plant that he eats.
D said because he is Batman.
You gotta give me something better than that.
But Batman has like a hard life, man. Like it's right.
Yeah, you gotta be a playboy, and then when the night falls, you turn to the Dark Knight.
And it's all about like vengeance and protecting and
being that detective that he is. So,
doesn't work back here, but I'll tell you right now, the choice is not Batman. 1000% not Batman. There's no powers that come with that. You're just rich.
Well, there's no powers that Josie made a good point. There's no powers that come with Batman. You get, I mean, I guess
what's your superpower?
I mean, you get his like fighting ability and his gadgets.
Alfred
and mansion money. Does the money come with the mask, right? I mean,
it's everything.
Okay.
So it's his abilities.
So I mean, see, pretty much. I mean, basically, Iron Man. To me, Iron Man, Batman, Black Panther. I mean, it's all comes from like, you know, it's just a suit.
Yeah.
It's a suit of money.
Black Panther. Josie picks Black Panther. All right, Wakanda forever. Nice. Yeah, I mean they're all suits.
But to me, the most powerful are Magneto and Wolverine. That's just my opinion.
I would put
but I would want to be. I would want to be Wolverine over Magneto.
Most powerful out of my top 3 most powerful out of this would be Wolverine, Magneto, and the Mask.
Yeah. Okay.
The Mask is. I mean, yeah, you got Stark with his tech and all that. He would be probably number 4 or 5, but yeah, those were probably my top from this list that I gave y'all out. So. But yeah, I kind of like how I do these from time to time. It's fun.
Yeah,
it is.
It really makes you think.
Yeah, like which one? Only one of them you can wear at night. 2 of them, 3 of them you have to put on a suit, or 4, the Mandalorian. 1 of them you have to morph, and the other 2, that's just how they were born.
Yeah.
Well, except for Wolverine, who had the adamantium put in
and
him.
then Jason, you have to
how the fuck
be murdered. I mean, buried in a lake, and then I don't know.
How? Okay,
he doesn't die.
Since we picked our abilities right.
Yeah.
How exactly? Right. How can you destroy each one of these characters?
Green Ranger, You bring,
take his coin away.
No, you just bring the Pink Ranger around and should just boss him around.
Okay, Kimberly. All right.
Because he got pretty weak after that.
Yeah, true.
The Mask. Him too, man. He chose love over the mask and he threw it in the bridge, man. He just find these dudes a nice girl. That's their weakness.
All right.
Iron Man.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean.
That's everyone's weakness.
Yeah. It seems like going down the list.
What is Jason's power?
He just doesn't
He doesn't die.
He just doesn't
He doesn't die.
I guess.
He just has that big.
I guess he's like the same as Wolverine, just an evil version. You just can't kill him.
Well, the only way you can kill Jason if you drown the motherfucker, because he hates water. He's afraid of water. That's his weakness.
But isn't one movie they like chained him and threw him in the lake and then he like got back out? Like he still didn't die.
No, but that's what he's afraid of, because if you remember in, I think it's Friday the 13th, Jason's in New York or some shit like that. He's in the sewers and a big old flood of water starts coming down and he looks that way and he's just like, mommy, please don't let me die. And the water just takes him. So he's afraid of water. And then in Freddy versus Jason, when Freddy goes into his mind, yeah, I'm going it, bro. I'm throwing it out there. You remember that movie?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Right? So when Freddy goes into his mind, he finds the child and how weak he is in his mind because of the water. So Jason, water. Fucking almost like Night Shyamalan's Signs, pretty much. Black Panther. You just gotta figure out some way to get through his vibranium suit.
You just gotta challenge him and fight him without the suit.
Okay,
throw him off
throw him off the cliff.
Or make sure he's
Hopefully
dead.
he doesn't die.
Make sure he's dead before you throw him off. I mean,
that didn't work for Killmonger.
Would have solved a lot of problems.
And then of course, Batman. All you gotta do is say Martha.
And it sends the Ben Affleck version of Batman into a rage.
Why did you say her name? So we'll just go with that one. Magneto. Magnet? I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
A migraine.
Take off his helmet and just control his mind. The Mandalorian, I guess, his past with his family, I guess. And then Wolverine just.
A Jedi is the Mandalorian's fucking weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Well, there you go, folks. We literally just get everybody. Oh, wait, we didn't do Iron Man. Oh, yeah, we did Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah. We did everybody.
His family is also a weakness, apparently.
Morgan, yeah. His daughter, yeah. Pepper. Yup, agree with that. So that was kind of fun. I enjoyed that.
That's my basic rule of being a superhero. Don't have a family. Don't reveal your identity.
Yeah, if that happens, then boom. I mean, I wonder what's going to happen with Spider-Man after the way Far From Home happened. Did you hear about what the title might be?
Homesick?
Yeah.
And they posted a little image of him like, it's like he's in like homesick. I could only assume he's like in hiding, on the run.
Fugitive,
vigilante, still being Spider-Man. But
wouldn't that be cool though? We had
hated.
Deadpool somewhere come in there and try to help him out.
My whole thing is they're gonna introduce somebody else that's gonna go after him.
I think it's gonna be Kraven.
That's
Kraven the Hunter.
That's how I think they're gonna introduce Kraven or even Venom, because remember Venom's the anti-hero. So I don't think the whole movie, but I think that's how they're gonna introduce the crossover.
Possibly they better have that.
Venom's gonna, because technically, I mean, he's to say himself, he's a good guy. They said they're only gonna eat bad people, go after bad people, and technically in this next movie, Spider-Man apparently to everybody's the bad guy
because the way he was at the end of the Spider-Man Far From Home, how Mysterio just said
set him up,
literally as fucking identity. And I think he's not dead. I think he's still alive.
Really? No, I think he's dead.
I think Mysterio's still alive somehow. I mean, I know that Friday was like, he's dead or whatever, no vitals, but maybe that could have been a little glitch in there since he had the glasses for so long. So, I mean, they all work for Stark.
Yeah.
They all work for Stark. So, but yeah. Another thing I want to do this before we go into the sports side, their picture drop of Jamie Foxx, actually the poster of Jamie Foxx's next movie, Tyson. And man, He does look like Mike. He does look like Iron Mike in the way they did this picture. But what's getting me is the muscle that he put on for this movie. He said he had to put on about 30 to 35 pounds of muscle to get to be Tyson. And just by looking at this poster, man, I'm almost ready for this movie to come out like now, because the way Jamie Foxx is and how good of an actor he is and how he can pretty much portray or try to portray somebody. And if you haven't heard him, because everybody's like, how can you do the voice? What about the voice? You know, Mike Tyson has a low pitch voice, da 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 da. If you go look up, I mean, we did it on the show. If you go look it up, some of his comedic performance, there's one where he has a conversation with Mike Tyson and he's playing Mike and himself. So the voice is there.
Yeah,
he can do the voice.
That's the least of his worries.
Yeah,
he has the voice down.
The worries of him is keeping that muscle on for the film and shit. Because you imagine how every time when he has to, all right, cut. Like he's probably got that working out all day long and eating steaks and shit, steak and eggs. So
did you guys know the guy from White Man Can't Jump, Wesley Snipes, actually a very, very bad athlete?
A very, very bad athlete?
Yeah, they had to cut around everything basketball wise. He did, because he couldn't play basketball. He sucked at it. And then in Major League, I believe he's also in that. He also bad athlete in that as well. Runs slow as shit.
Really Mays Hayes.
That's why every time he's running, it's always in slow-mo, because he's actually slow.
You know,
that's a good fact.
That is a good fact. Yeah. I'm all coming to think of it.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes. So who would have thought? Bad athlete.
Shit. Even in fucking Tu Wong Fu, he went in slow motion.
I'm telling you, he's just not a good athlete. Basketball, White Man Can't Jump. He couldn't do it.
I'm picturing him running in U.S. Marshal. And like all I'm seeing is like a body double. Like running.
It's from behind.
Like from behind, yeah.
From behind.
Yeah, now that you think about it, I'm trying to picture like him
running. The only movie he really doesn't do pretty much slow motion and stuff is Blade.
But it's like it's very basic action. Like he doesn't really move. You know what I mean?
Well, because he's a martial artist.
Yeah.
So he knows what to do with that. He's a martial artist.
And obviously that doesn't take athleticism.
No. Yeah. That like if you can. But that is a fucking badass fucking point, Joe's. Straight up, dude. I never really thought of that until you put that into my head, and I'm just thinking back all the movies he's done when it comes to sports. Even when he did the Fan, when he played when he was a Major League Baseball player for the Giants with Robert De Niro. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
He was even in slow motion then, dude.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I might have to just do a quick little.
If you haven't seen that movie, Josie, you should watch it since you're a baseball fan. And I mean,
what movie is this?
It's called The Fan. It's with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes.
All right,
it's a good movie, dude.
Fair enough. I'll give it a look, and I'm going to look up Wesley Snipes being a bad athlete right now and see what we can find.
I want to find a video of him running.
Ochoa says he kicks ass in Expendables. Yeah, in 3.
Everyone kicks ass in the Expendables.
Everybody has their own scene.
Sylvester Stallone's like super old and could barely move, and makes him look like a freaking badass.
Dude, I remember on the very first one, Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his back.
Yeah,
on a stunt because he was like, "Give me all you got, and I'll take you on." And Stone Cold was like, "All right, fuck you." Boom, broke his back.
And it's funny because like I follow him on Instagram, and like he's walking, and it's always like he walks like everything hurts,
like waddles,
like he walks like everything hurts. But when he's in these movies, it's like
he's like, all right, probably takes PEDs for the movies and shit.
Pre-workout before each scene.
I got a question for you guys. Do you know who's the highest paid actor right now?
Still The Rock.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. I guess that's why he spent all that money on the XFL.
And when you see how much he makes like per movie, like. And then you see how much he spent on the XFL. It's like
again,
nothing.
$15 million is nothing.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
And you know the funniest thing is when he did the Scorpion King, his paycheck was literally like fucking $2 million, and look where he's at now.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
That's like almost like a quarter of the XFL right there.
Yeah, yeah, yes. But today is the day.
By the way, we have Willie Mays Hayes running in slow motion. If you don't remember, the very first scene, basically, we see
where he gets cut.
Willie, is him like waking up in a bed and then outrunning these dudes.
The white dude, yeah. He's like, damn,
yeah, so,
I've been cut already.
Yeah, so at first we had a nice little fast motion shot, and then suddenly it just goes into slow motion, and he's suddenly beating these guys. The guy on the right doesn't even look like he's running. So
I remember this scene.
I'm
so
definitely gonna look into this later.
You're gonna start watching this. All right, we're gonna watch White Man Can't Jump. We're gonna watch Major League. The Fan. Got some homework to see if this theory is true. But yeah, Josie blew my mind today.
There you go. Wesley Snipes, bad actor, bad athlete. That's just what it is. Woody Harrelson, very good basketball.
Oh hell yeah, he's that's him. Yeah, and White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, that they did not have to cut around his basketball. He could actually dribble a basketball.
Adam Sandler's good basketball player too. He has a fucking badass shot.
Adam Sandler's got the old white man game. So,
well, I mean, he uses that bank shot. I mean, Timmy did it and worked for him for a good 20 years.
You're just saying these are all adjectives. Old white man game, Tim Duncan. These are all the same.
Well, I mean, the streak did break today.
Well, yeah, I told you guys this was going to happen. Like
we agreed with you.
But the run they went on, I mean, that was surprising.
It was great.
Even Jazz, Pop was fucking surprised.
It came down to the very end. I mean, it was
a 3-team run.
Yeah, and even the 3 teams and Spurs were right there neck and neck with them.
Each one of a game and a half, but it didn't fall that way.
It was very fortuitous.
2 teams had to lose.
Very fortuitous for the Spurs, getting just the Nuggets are resting so-and-so players. The Jazz are resting 4 starters, and the Spurs took care
the Rockets.
Business.
They didn't play Harden.
Yeah, the Rockets didn't play Harden or Westbrook and all that stuff. So
whatever, it was still good.
It was still good. Yeah, it was still good.
It was still good. I would say it was still good for the young ones. Yeah, like you saw how Kendall Johnson worked. You saw how Eubanks worked. That they want to stay with this organization. I mean, they've been with the Austin Spurs for Eubanks has been with the Austin Spurs for a good 3 years already. So he knows the fucking system. And he just wants to show it up on this level. Wow. He does have athleticism. Kyle Johnson can be that lockdown defender. I think some of the steals that he did and his shot and stuff like that. So I mean, I think they're on a pretty good.
We saw a lot of good things.
But yeah.
I was not disappointed at the run they made.
I wasn't either. And the game that got me was like these Spurs can do some shit next year was against yes, I am saying it right now. Just like I said Luka last week. What they did against the 76ers.
Yes.
Oh, brother.
I'm just saying you had your number 1 guy in there.
It was close. They kept it close.
Yes, they did.
They kept it interesting.
They were down by 10 or whatever points, and they came back and almost took the lead and then lost the game.
Normally they're up by 10 points and then lose the lead.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, that game right there was like they can do some shit. So, and especially if they get into the lottery and get that good pick and see where they go from there. So, but 22 years is a badass fucking run.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while for somebody else gets to that point again. I mean, everybody thought it was going to be the Los Angeles Lakers. Nope.
It'll be exactly 22 years from now, probably. That's
okay. If you can say what team
makes the playoffs for 22 consecutive years?
Yes.
That's a tough choice.
I mean, Golden State's right there.
Who's number 2?
I would say that I don't know if
for right now, I think it would be Golden State.
Golden State didn't make playoffs this year.
Yeah,
they're already out, so they got to start all over.
Right.
Honestly, I could see it being a team like the Raptors. They've always been consistently good. They've just never
and they're in the weak East, so it's easy for them to make it.
Let me do a quick Google search and see who the longest active playoff streaks.
Sweet, cool. But Josie's working on that. We have got some news when it comes to the college football. And, I'm kind of super excited. Okay, we already know that one conference is literally bowing out for the whole season, except for one team when it comes to that conference who was really pissed off, and that's Nebraska.
Yeah.
But the Big Ten is bowing out for this season. And they're going to try to shoot for spring. But
not just them, another conference.
Pac-12, I think.
Pac-12.
Pac-12, and I think other dominoes are probably starting to fall, but the Big 12 and more like the SEC would be the two conferences probably still playing. We got our schedule this past couple of days, and Josie still thinks it's the college football season not going to happen. But the first game does start off on the 27th of September. So, and that's for the Big 12. I don't know. Have you heard anything about the SEC yet? I haven't heard anything about the SEC.
No, they haven't.
SEC doesn't want to say anything.
They have, yeah. I think they're just kind of waiting.
They're keeping it close to the chest,
and then they're gonna.
By the way, do you guys want to take any guesses of who the active playoff streak is? Because there's 3 decently long active playoff streaks right now.
And this is for any sport, right?
No, this is for the NBA. This is for the NBA. I'll give you a hint. Number 1 right now is currently at 8 years straight. Number 2 is at 7 year, and 2 teams are tied for 3 at 6 consecutive years of playoffs.
I'm gonna say
I gotta be Toronto. Toronto has to be in there.
I say the Grizzlies are in there.
The Grizzlies are not in there. The Toronto Raptors are, in fact, number 2 with 7.
Okay. It's gonna be another team in the East.
Boston just started their streak again.
Boston is at 6 currently, tied. Put some respect on our name, Andrew. Some respect on our name.
I'm just trying to remember when they got Jalen and
they were still good.
Cleveland,
that's the best. Cleveland's not in the playoffs right now.
No, they got out.
Miami.
Okay, is it an East team? That's number 1.
No, the West is a West team.
West
that the Spurs are very familiar with.
New Orleans? No, not New Orleans.
Almost as if
Houston.
Yes, it is Houston. Houston at number 1 with 8 years.
Because of Harden.
Because of Daryl Morey, yes. Because of Daryl Morey, yes. He makes the team. The Daryl Morey era is 8, and tied for number 3 with the Celtics, the Portland Trailblazers.
Hillard.
And but the Trailblazers are on the edge right now, teetering.
Yeah.
They have to win.
They have to win tonight against the Nets, which they probably are doing. They are playing right now. I have not looked at the score.
They've been on a roll, man.
And then they've got to beat the
Them and
the
Phoenix.
Suns, bro.
Them and Phoenix.
Fucking Suns.
I mean,
all that
said it
for
at the same
nothing.
time.
Dude.
Suns already out too, unfortunately.
I know, but they did like 7.
They went
undefeated in the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hilarious that they went undefeated and it still didn't matter.
Yeah.
Damn. But fuck, dude, Booker, book it. Like he's becoming legit, dude. Damn, that kid is fucking amazing.
So do we get who number 1 was?
Yeah.
Who was
it was Houston.
Houston? Okay, so it's Houston.
You guys already figured out number
Celtics?
2.
No, they were number
3.
Portland.
Nope. That's number 3 as well.
Oh, yeah.
I said this team.
Toronto.
The Raptors.
Yeah, the Raptors.
Thank you. Yeah. The Raptors. I think the Raptors have the best chance of building on that right now because they're just always consistently good enough.
To get up to 22?
Yeah.
If you can keep Siakam,
if
you can keep that core.
It's going to take a while.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the
years.
Spurs drafted 2 franchise players back to back and then lost one prematurely.
Yeah.
It's almost as if.
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially when it comes to the Spurs, what are the possibilities that lightning strikes in a bottle and they get that? I mean, every time they've been in the lottery, they got the number 1 pick.
Well, let me tell you, you don't want the number 1 pick this year because there's no clear-cut one guy.
No.
And if the Spurs dude gets the number 1 pick this year, that'd be
they'll be trading
funny.
that motherfucker.
That'd be the funniest thing ever.
That would
James
be
Wiseman. Yeah, James Wiseman replacing Tim Duncan. Well, I mean, the real issue is that DeMar DeRozan played well, and now you're gonna have to pay him. So
yeah,
bye LaMarcus. I think. I mean, you saw what they did with the offense. They just got to get that big in there, and I think Luka could be that big to spread out the floor. So.
Yeah, it's almost as if a power forward, a shooting power forward that's in Washington right now would have been really good with the Spurs.
Don't get me started on that one, dude. I can't believe it. I mean, they could have paid him. I think they should have paid him. But having him go and what he did in fucking Washington was just like a big fuck you to the Spurs.
Yeah, it's like, almost as if the Spurs GM and ownership has had a real shitty run recently.
Yeah, I think that's why they made the change.
Yeah,
it's almost
like R.C. Buford had his run. He had his 5 rings. The games is pretty much, I think, blowing him by.
And
so
they've let a lot of decent players that they should have built on that go to other teams and they
don't want to pay them.
Yeah, that's the issue. They just don't want to
pay their players. I wonder where that's from. Like Dallas.
Yeah, the Red Sox don't want to pay their players either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boston the same way. God, just pay them. Pay them. Look what they're doing now. They're showing a big. But the football, NFL, good. Did you hear that pick? I mean, I know y'all like Cowboys fans anyway, but the pickup that they got from Minnesota, Griffin, I think that's like, bro, like what? And the price that they got him for is a steal.
Everson Griffin, defensive end from the Vikings, 1 year, $6 million. That's a good deal. Good job, Cowboys.
Plus with the $3 million signing bonus as well, so he's gonna get some cash.
You know what the Cowboys also should have done?
What?
In a league in a year where there might not be college football, and the draft is going to be an absolute crapshoot this year. It would have been smart to get rid of some picks to get ye old Jamal Adams, but guess that can't be, huh? Still going to have a bad secondary, unfortunately, for the Cowboys. Not going to help my guy Dak out.
Well, I mean, I think the front seven, you got D-Law on one side, you're gonna have Griffin on the other. You got McCoy, and then you got Poe in the middle, and then behind you got Jalen and the Wolf, Van Der Esch, and then of course you have Sean Lee as their backup.
I would just like to say that the Wolf and Sean Lee are essentially the same person.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's why they drafted him.
The injury problems as well. I mean, literally the same person.
But one hurt,
hilarious.
The other one's not. Back and forth. I mean, imagine if they were both healthy.
Yeah, imagine.
Just imagine what they can do.
Imagine
they were both healthy.
Imagine having a good coach.
Yeah, we saw like one game and we're like, oh my god.
Do you guys want more?
Look at Jalen though.
Andrew, do you want me to give you some Cowboys porn real quick?
Cowboys porn?
Yeah. So let's close our eyes. Let's close our eyes and imagine college football is canceled.
Right.
The Big 12 is canceled. All that good stuff. So there's coaches that are gonna have some free time.
Right.
They're going to be chilling, What's stopping Jerry Jones from being like, hey, my guy Lincoln Riley, how about you come on just like for 3 days a week? We'll pay you a lot of money, an exceeding amount of money for 3 days, and you come and you just work with Dak Prescott and you make our quarterback better. What's stopping Jerry from doing that?
Why does it have to be Lincoln Riley?
Because he's the best offensive coach in the NFL or in college football.
Because he knows it's going to be a waste of a paycheck. Because after all the work that he's going to be doing, Lincoln Riley's going to go to Jerry Jones and say, I'm sorry, I can't cash these checks. I feel like I'm stealing money from you because everything I did didn't work.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, Lincoln Riley has had two
Heisman quarterbacks,
two back-to-back right there, and
running the spread offense, mind you.
Yeah, that's what everyone runs now, unfortunately.
And it's kind of funny how, what was it, like 6-7 years ago when Chip Kelly first went into the fucking NFL trying to bring that spread offense, it's so easy to read, and now look what fucking Patrick Mahomes is doing.
Yeah,
just got to figure it out and how to work it.
It's never gonna work until it works.
Yeah. All you gotta do is keep trying, keep firing. But when it comes back to that, Josie, on bringing in Lincoln Riley, go ahead, do your thing, whatever. You're gonna boost up my quarterback, or since he's the quarterback guru. Well, then, okay, let me ask you this: how come you think they never pursued him for the head coach?
Oh, they did.
No, I know they did, but how come you think the reason why he didn't sign?
Because Oklahoma's a better job than the Cowboys. It is. It's
a more comfortable job.
It really. He gets paid more than he would as the NFL coach. Oh yeah.
And he has total control of everything. He can't. He's not getting fired. There's no way he's getting fired ever. I mean,
unless he has like 1-2 seasons like Bob Stoops did and then retired. But
nah, there's just no way he's not getting fired. There's 0% chance he's the best coach in college football. Besides Saban and Dabo, he'd be the best offensive coach in the NFL.
Yeah, I can't see him just like bombing 2 seasons back to back. He might have, there might be a time where he has a bad season, but it still wouldn't even be bad compared to what else is out there. So
Justin, I I dream of Lincoln Riley having bad seasons. I wake up in a cold sweat just dreaming about it.
He always looks forward for that Bedlam game.
Let me tell you, there's something I don't look forward to is the Bedlam games. Not one day of the year I think, man, I can't wait for this game because it's just anxiety and emotional depression after.
Because I get blown out all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. So do you.
No, we don't.
Yeah. You guys get blown out by us. That's worse.
Every team has their ups and downs in the rebuilding season. For you guys, y'all had a lot of rebuilding seasons and y'all had a lot of great seasons. I mean, y'all had
the best running back of all time. Yeah, better than any Texas running back ever, too.
Barry Sanders. That's what he's starting
to
face.
I mean, he
spot the lie.
Yeah, you can't
spot the lie.
You can't, man. You can't argue that.
But that Barry Sanders has his own style. Earl Campbell had his own style. Earl Campbell was a power game, run, truck you over. Barry Sanders was fucking quick feet juke.
Yeah, Barry Sanders is the best quick feet juke running back ever, and Earl Campbell is simply not the best power running back ever.
Who's your best power running back ever?
Unfortunately, that goes to the man that had the best offensive line for a very, very long time in Emmitt Smith. Yeah, he literally, from what I've been told about Emmitt Smith versus Barry Sanders, it's Emmitt Smith behind his very expensive offensive line can get you 5 yards anytime. Barry Sanders has to run around in a circle to get 5 yards, but he'll get you the 5 yards.
He'll get you the first down. You know, the suckiest thing is that he would have broken the NFL rushing record if he would have stayed.
He would have stayed.
Straight up.
That's what happens when you play for the Lions. Shout out to Calvin Johnson and shout out to Barry Sanders.
Shout out to Roy Williams. But yeah, I mean, it's just
See, but
always those...
Barry, everybody knows that. I mean, even though he doesn't have it, everybody knows. Man, if he would have stayed, just stayed.
It's like even with Bo Jackson. Yeah. If he did not get hurt and fucked up his knee, he definitely would have fucking been at least number 2, even number 1. Like, he was a beast. So, but it's just those what ifs. What if they stayed? What if? I mean, and Barry retired in his prime. But
he said, I've dominated this league so much that I'm good here. I don't need to do anything.
And else. He's like, what, number 3 or 4?
He's in the top 5. Frank Gore is coming for his ass.
Yeah. Frank Gore's right there,
which is disappointing to hear.
Shit, that motherfucker's been in the league. Shit, what? This is his 11th year now.
Yeah, from my other favorite school, the University of Miami. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
Oh, by the way, Frank Gore did in fact pass him. He is 3rd, Frank Gore, and Barry is 4th.
Damn.
The next person that I need to be concerned about is Adrian Peterson, but he's about 1,000 yards behind him. And I just don't think AP
is not going to get another 1,000-yard season.
I don't think AP's
unless he goes to a fucking offensive line that blocks the hell out of it. But
he won't. Yeah, but he won't. I mean, no team that's going to spend the money on that line is going to.
He can't catch it out of the backfield. They just
and you would think he would work on it.
No, he's too busy
as long as he's been in the fucking league.
No,
like, oh yeah, I was in high school. I can play straight into the NFL. I don't need to go to college. Can you remember that shit?
Hey, I mean, they don't teach you much in Oklahoma. So, what do you dual threat backfield? No.
I remember when fucking UT and Oklahoma were fighting for his ass to come to the school.
Well, it's a shame that the running back couldn't get a good running back, huh?
Yeah. We settled with what we got.
Who did you have? Who was better than Adrian Peterson?
I said we settled with what we got, which was Cedric Benson.
Oh man, I'm gonna throw up. Cedric Benson.
I'm just saying he
Bengals legend. He
won the Doak Walker Award. Best running back in college. And that's saying.
Yeah. Adrian Peterson lost to Boise State. I mean, hey, we love it.
Oh, I love that game. Statue of Liberty play. I could see that over and over and cut right to Adrian Peterson's face.
Yeah.
Even when they fucking was he there when they lost to LSU? Yeah, he was there when they lost to LSU.
But he was very good in college. He is if you watch the highlights of the Fiesta Bowl against Boise State, he's all over him. It makes it pretty interesting to watch. But shout out to Adrian Peterson. I'm more worried about him putting together like 2 or 3 more like 300-yard seasons because. He looked pretty good.
And he's still signing with the Washington football team.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still there.
Right.
Who the hell knows what he's doing nowadays? But he should still be playing in the league. I mean, he's better than a lot of running backs out there, and if you can get him on vet minimum, and he can just score like 1-yard touchdowns, like a fullback basically, then I think the team will find room for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Have that bus roll.
Yeah, I mean, if Frank Gore has a fucking football team, then Adrian Peterson deserves one for sure.
Shit, Buffalo is... Wait, Frank Gore's still with Buffalo, right?
No, unfortunately, he's with my former football team, the New York Jets.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So who's your football team now?
The Denver Broncos. Yeah, I made that decision on Twitter. I had actually, I'll pull up the tweet, actually, because I thought it was pretty funny. I made a whole video. It was like a recruiting video of me deciding what team I was going to go for now. And
what was the main factor in that choice?
Was it the running back?
let me tell you,
was it Lindsey?
I could not give a shit about Philip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon. I just really don't. I'm sorry. It was more my baby boy.
Another one.
The wide receiver, aka Jerry Jeudy, who I had been clamoring about for ages.
All right.
Drew Lock, he's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I'll take Drew Lock, whatever, and then that's about it. To be honest, I like the color orange. I didn't have a very deep thing for my man Drew Lock and all them, but you know.
Yeah, Drew has an arm. That kid can throw the ball. He can sling it. It's like a fucking young. I'm just saying it, but I'm not saying he is. He's just like a young gunslinger in John Elway. I think that's why John Elway drafted his ass, because you remind probably of him. So
definitely. If you want to watch the video, it is now going to be playing.
Coming out today, I want to thank my teammates, my coaches, and my teachers for helping me get through the day. Thanks to the coaches from various universities that also recruited me. After careful consideration, I have decided to continue my education at the University of Kansas.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, Bengals fans everywhere were just absolutely furious that
I can't believe they passed them up.
You know, I mean, I had to make the decision. It was between two orange teams at the end of the day. I love Joey Burrow, but you know, Zach Taylor is not the coach for me. Vic Fangio, you know, shout out to him.
I'm just glad you have a team, Josie.
Yeah, you know, I right now I really don't care about the Broncos. I'm more of just an NFL fan right now. But once if we get an NFL season and I start seeing the orange and blue, the orange and blue out there on the field, we're gonna dominate. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. Big fuck.
You're gonna take that NFC West.
Yeah,
AFC West.
Drew Lock, clearly the better quarterback. I mean,
clearly
the statistics. They're all in his favor, obviously. So, yeah, and Von Miller. Von Miller is the best defensive player in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. See, Justin said you don't have to say anything. I said thank you. And he's going to come.
I know why he's saying yes.
And he's gonna come for Patrick Mahomes' ass, and Andrew Reid could not take it. My guy, Vic Fangio, in a fist fight. He just couldn't. So, obviously...
Dude,
luckily they don't have to fist fight.
Dude, you
don't know that. You simply don't know that.
Let's see here. We have a couple of questions on Facebook from Samuel. Who is the better modern era, Alabama or Clemson? I would say right now Clemson has it because of what they've done to Bama. But if you want to go overall,
but it's modern era overall,
then it would be Bama.
Yeah, I would still say Bama.
It would be Bama. Nick Saban.
Yeah, I'm an ACC guy, and I'm still saying Bama, just because they've had the pedigree.
Yep.
They've already built it all up, and Clemson is a power now, but they're just kind of following in Alabama's footsteps.
I mean, if they have a couple good more runs, you know.
And
a couple W's, it'll make it interesting. But right now, I still think it's Bama.
It's Bama.
Yeah, it's fuck Dabo Swinney forever too. Dabo Swinney is not a good guy. He is definitely a snake oil salesman, for sure.
And Dabo graduated from Bama.
Yeah,
he played for Bama.
That's not shocking. By the way, another scary consequence of the coronavirus is that Nick Saban got a lot of free time. You know who he's best friends with? Bill Belichick. Hey, Nick, why don't you just come swing by? Look at my defense for a couple hours. You know, what do you think, man? Did
you ever see that documentary series between the two?
Yeah. I saw that. I watched it. It was really interesting watching them talk. I love Nick. I'm a big Nick Saban guy, even though he's kind of a dick. I appreciate what he's done. He's the best college football coach ever. I probably say even more than Bear Bryant, mostly because Bear Bryant is just a man that wore a very bad looking hat in my head. So,
who died and made him Bear Bryant?
Yeah, shout out to Forrest Gump. Obviously, Forrest made Bear Bryant's career what it was. So, I rest my case.
So, all right, let me ask you this. Joesters, going back to college, the schedule that they brought out for the Big 12, do you think that you guys are going to run the table?
That's an excellent question. I'm going to say yes. They were going to go 9-1 or 8-1, whatever. The only loss that I could possibly foresee is Oklahoma, of course. But that is just it's just like trying to fight the evildoer in your closet, the evil monster in your closet. Like, you want it to go away, but it's there, and you just have to eventually face it. Preferably when they don't have a first overall quarterback, and preferably when they don't get lucky off some bullshit. So
okay.
So yeah, but win everyone, beat everyone. Maybe beat Oklahoma, win the Big 12, and then hoist.
Well, you already said they're gonna win the Big 12 if it does happen. Sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and they are.
Okay.
Especially if my man Chuba Hubbard plays and he's supposed to, Spencer Sanders is going to be better, and we have the best wide receiver in the NFL in college football. So.
And they got that easy W on Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming they play Texas on Halloween.
We shall see when it comes down to that, because me and Josie are definitely gonna have some type of bet going on.
Yeah, I'll bet you anything you want.
It's gonna happen, but let's go. Yeah, I that's a good odds that you're giving yourself.
Sam Ehlinger's. I forgot Sam Ehlinger's still in college, man. See him just as a college football player is hilarious to me. I love how we've all bought into Tim Tebow 2.0. I love it.
I didn't buy into it.
Oh,
he's just Sam Ehlinger to me.
You're in it.
That's who he is.
There's only one. He's the best quarterback.
There's only one SE, bro. There's only one SE, man.
Is he the best quarterback in college?
No.
Okay. All right. Good. That's the right answer because he's a fullback, basically. All right. Good.
All right. Well, we're gonna see how that turns out, and hopefully, we do have a college football season.
Hopefully, we get a full season.
Yeah. Hopefully, at least all the way up until Halloween. Okay. If Halloween comes up and happens, I'm satisfied. We get a victory. Be good. So, let's see here. We also have another question from Samuel. Was Urban Meyer a failure? No.
At Ohio State, no. He won a national title there, I believe. So, I mean,
he won the first one with the
Zeke
number 3 quarterback. With the number 3 quarterback on the depth chart.
If you win a national championship anywhere, it's always a success. Yeah. But it doesn't matter what you do after that. You could flame out like Gene Chizik.
I mean, you saw what he did with Utah. You saw what he did with Alex Smith. He brought Utah out of nowhere. He brought Bowling Green out of nowhere. That's where he started and went to Utah. And after Utah, he went to Florida. Got Florida a national championship. In Utah, they were undefeated. And, of course, they didn't get a national championship. But they went undefeated when he was at Utah. Got Florida, and then, of course, at Ohio State.
I mean, pretty much the fact that, you still bring him up pretty much says that,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to be honest.
I mean, he was even looked at for the Cowboys head coaching position.
Yeah.
That would be a terrible decision. Oh, my goodness. But
everything's a terrible decision.
He has the resume to go where, he's still on the list of people that get looked at.
And the funniest thing, I think the only place that he would go and probably maybe come out of retirement, unless there's a good school that would offer him whatever he wants, would be his alma mater, and that's Notre Dame.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Notre Dame or USC.
Yeah, Notre Dame or USC.
Those are only 2 schools, and I mean,
maybe Texas.
Right? No. Brian Kelly has been a great coach, even though he gets shit on all the time.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's man. and especially the schedule that they play every year. I mean, Notre Dame is still one of the legit college football teams that still does it, I guess, the old school way. They're independent. They're not attached to any conference. They literally have to go undefeated to get to the national championship. They can't play a conference game or anything like that. So if they lose one game, there goes no national championship hopes.
Yeah, so, they should be in the ACC, but whatever.
Oh, they are, but it's just the football team that is not in the ACC.
Yeah,
all the
cowards.
other sports are.
That's fine. Yeah, they're just cowards.
But they are supposedly going to be playing 8 games of SEC, which puts them in contention for the SEC championship for this year.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
So
we'll see. I definitely think Brian Kelly is a great coach, but he's going to get fired after this year, next year, and then Urban Meyer's just going to slide right in there.
Yeah, I mean,
possible.
Brian Kelly hasn't brought a national championship to Notre Dame. He's been there, didn't win it.
Got shit on.
Yep.
Big time.
Shout out to Manti.
So yeah,
my favorite player, Manti.
Oh,
I wrote a lengthy article about college football scandals, and number 1, my man Manti. Love him. What a guy.
What's number 2? Reggie Bush.
I'll pull it up for you while you guys talk about something real quick. But
I kind of do want to talk about something.
That is not a scandal in my book, by the way.
I kind of do want to talk about something. Pat Metcalf, former punter for the Colts, is now going to start wrestling for the WWE. And I didn't realize how big Pat is.
I'm first of all, I'm offended that you called him Metcalf. It's McAfee.
Oh, whatever.
To begin with,
I just call him that because that's what Adam Cole called him.
And I've taken a gander at Pat. I listen to his podcast every once in a while, and I keep bases and tabs on Pat.
Yeah, it has its moments. It's good.
Yeah, so I love Pat. He's a great guy.
So is it going to be like a legit wrestling career? Or is it just like
I think
one-time thing?
It could be a possible one-off, but I think the storyline that they're going with it, especially him and Adam Cole, they like literally hate each other. Like if you ever saw that, I don't know, did you ever see the interview with him and Adam Cole on his show?
I did, yeah. I watched it all because I saw him trending on Twitter because he attacked Adam Cole, and I was like, oh well, I guess I gotta see what happened here. So
yeah, so
it was good. It's good.
It was good. It was good. Like Adam Cole got so pissed off because Pat said like, you know, you're a good wrestler, you're all this, you're all that, but people think you're the next Shawn Michaels. And he was like, I don't think you're the next Shawn Michaels. I don't think you're anything. Like, yeah, Pat was like literally going after him, and Adam Cole blew up. So I think it was last week on NXT, Pat shows up, and, you know, they're back and forth, jabbing. And Pat, like, they separate, and then, like, you know how always there's an opening in WWE, like you can attack the other person or whatever and then walk away. Well, that happened, and Pat literally punt kicked him and knocked him out.
That's gonna be his move.
Yeah, that's gonna be his finishing the kick. So
who had that move also? Was that Seth Rollins? He had the
it was Randy Orton.
Randy Orton
had the punt.
Yeah.
So when that happened, the day after that, Triple H went on ESPN and called out Pat and say, "Hey, you want to settle this? Let's do the wrestling match." And then Pat literally, like 2 hours later,
does everybody want to make some money?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it. It's supposed to happen this weekend. No, this weekend or next weekend, the weekend of SummerSlam. So the NXT takeover. So I'm probably gonna watch that. And also, did you see any of the UFC fights this past weekend?
Yeah, I saw the my boy Derek Lewis, man, from Houston, Texas. And I've been following that guy for a while, not only because of his in octagon attributes, but his post interview. That dude's hilarious. He's a clown. You always get something from him at the end. I mean, he's
that was
hilarious,
good.
but he's a beast.
Fight,
I mean, that's his name, the Black Beast.
So
he's a monster. Repping Texas too. So
yeah, that was
a good fight.
That was a good fight. I was just, oh man, he is a monster, dude. He is a beast. So
he is the Black Beast for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he showed, I mean, a lot of promise. I'm pretty sure. Well, like there's the fight this weekend for the heavyweight title, Stipe and DC. Win or lose, DC says he's retiring, and I'm pretty sure
they're gonna have an interim title.
That, I mean, Derek Lewis, when he fought, he's number 4, but I mean, I could see him possibly fighting for the interim next against Stipe. I mean, he fought DC once, but at that time his cardio was very bad. That's like his main working point, and we saw this last fight. I mean, cardio looked good. He even said it too. He's almost there, so it's gonna be interesting. But it's gonna be good fights this weekend too. Sugar Shane O'Malley.
Oh, dude,
he's fighting
coming
co-main
up, bro.
event. It's gonna be a good fight.
Hey, Justin, do you happen to know where my man DC went to college?
University of Houston?
No,
I was just guessing.
I'm trying to think who he wrestled for.
Let me tell you, Justin, he's my man for a reason.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. yeah. He wrestled at Oklahoma State for the best wrestling program ever. My man John Smith, and DC's gonna kick Stipe's ass.
I thought that was Minnesota.
Saturday. No.
It's gonna be. I mean, they're both 1-1 against each other.
Yeah.
They both have knocked each other out. I mean, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
I don't know shit about this fight. So I'm just gonna keep saying that DC is gonna win, even though I simply really don't understand how he wins fights. Like, he's so small and like tubby, and Stipe's big and tubby, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I watched the highlights of him knocking out Stipe, and the first time, like, how do you even do this? Like, it doesn't even look like you throw hard, but my man is gonna win. So
and he was looking good up until Stipe started landing those body shots in that last fight too.
Hey man, I would fucking go down too if I got hit in the stomach like that.
But then I think another fighter, I can't even remember who told him, but like they literally told DC, you can take him down anytime you want. You don't have to stand there and bang with this guy to prove a point.
Yeah.
Hey,
this is gonna be your last fight. So
he's gonna go out.
I say he is. I think he is. Just who DC is, I think he's gonna go down. He's gonna win swinging or lose swinging.
Go down swinging.
Yeah. Do you guys have predictions for the fight? Because I'm of course going for my man DC.
Oh,
I think Stipe is gonna take it.
I guess. I mean, I like to go for the underdog. So Stipe is the underdog in this one, right? Or is it?
It's close.
It's like almost even.
Close. It's basically even.
Stipe won the last one.
I think Dan is going to come back with the vengeance. I'll go with Cormier. I'll go with DC.
I would like to see DC win and retire on top with the belt, but
who doesn't?
I think Stipe is going to take it.
Who doesn't? But before we go, just a quick reminder, y'all, that the San Antonio Gunslingers, for those who still want to try out, the tryouts are going to happen August 30th. It's going to be there at 10 a.m. At Soccer Zone in Live Oak. So all you got to do is just bring $100, bring your cleats, bring whatever you need to go ahead and show what you got, and you can be a part. Can't even fucking talk. Be a part of the San Antonio Gunslingers here, which is our new arena football team. So
yes, I need to shoot over a text to my man, Coach Tony.
Professional football team. You will be paid to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
see if you got it.
Earn that money.
He's gonna be on this program at some point soon.
Yes, we will get the head coach on this show very soon, because let me tell you, I go on a tryout.
You won't do it, pussy.
See, there it is again.
You won't do it.
We need to start that. I need to get my cleats. I gotta buy cleats.
Start to GoFundMe, everyone.
I think I need it. What is it? Gray shorts or whatever?
They're not that expensive.
Academy. $150. Let's raise the GoFundMe. $150 get you 50 pair dollars cleats, and
no, they're not even $50.
I want some. I need some. I mean, my shoes are pretty big, bro. I gotta get size.
Just need them for a couple hours.
I can sign them, auction them off. Yeah, but yeah, I'm down to try out. Put a GoPro on me.
You won't. You just won't do it. I don't.
If we can get Coach Tony in here, and I can let him know,
if I can
convince the coach to let me try out without paying $100, then okay. But no, I'll still try out. I'll try it.
Let me tell you, Justin. I would love to see Andrew go out there, because when they hit the push-up and sit-up portion of it, I'm going to be in Andrew's face just screaming, do it! Go!
Fuck yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then after like 10 push-ups, he's like, oh, my arms. So, I can't wait.
I am down. And for those who want to see that, if you want to,
all you got to do
fund me a GoPro.
All you got to do is practice that for a minute. Well, what is it like?
I got less. I mean, I've been running.
A week?
I've been running.
I've been running. It's a prerequisite. There you go.
I've been running with 40-pound weights on me, and
I don't believe that whatsoever.
No, I have a weight vest and it's 45 pounds and I run with it.
Oh, so you was 45, not 40. See, I didn't believe you for a reason.
Okay, fine. 45. That's the pound. That's the vest. You can talk to Amanda Rogan. She'll let you know.
By the way, I'm pretty sure Poke Sports Radio definitely has a GoPro. So you can take that off your expenses. You just need $150 for everything else.
No, it's going to go right here. I can put it on my head.
Yeah.
It's go on my chest.
And then when you try to go up against some offensive linemen, it's just going to be like, whack. You just hear bodies just...
I'm gonna be going to guys against that are 10 years younger than me. You do realize this, right?
You're gonna see smack, and then you're gonna see the ceiling of the.
Get back up, okay. I can do it, coach. Be like Rudy.
What does it feel like to try out for a professional football team? We'll find out here in a couple weeks.
Stay tuned. But this has been the Film Room. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in once again. I am Jay. He is Jay Steele. I am Texas Drew. We are live here every Thursday night here at Southtown 101 Pub Sports Radio Studios. We are out.